Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Witches of the Moon. My name is Dia, aka Oreo, OASIS.com, and this week we are talking about Kitchen Witch, a topic that I personally love. Um, Now, with Kitchen Witch, I'm going to take it as somebody who does a lot of cooking and puts a lot of energy into their food, and the food turns into a magical thing, creation all of its own. Now, in saying that, a lot of the stuff that we eat is kitchen witchery, which we don't even know. Like, for instance, things like chicken noodle soup. Almost everybody eats some form of chicken noodle soup or curry chicken or something when they're sick. Also, when you want to have a good night of love and stuff, people eat seafood, lots of seafood. And then they'll have Tabasco sauce. Like, one of the main things is Tabasco sauce on mussels. Um, It's so many different ways. I don't even know where to start. It's so many different ways to take this topic. Um, so let's see. Kitchen witch. Kitchen witch to me is somebody, of course, in the kitchen that, or a witch that actually cooks in the kitchen. To me, everybody to an extent is a kitchen witch. If you cook food and while you're cooking over your food, whether you're saying prayers from the Bible or saying blessings to the goddess or sitting there dancing to music because you're just happy because you know this meal is about to be the bomb, you're putting that energy into the food. So at that point in time, I believe that you're a kitchen witch. I don't care if you're warming up canned soup. Once you start warming it up and you start talking to it and breathing life into it and your intent into it, then at that point you're a kitchen witch. So to me, everybody, whether they know it or not, if they cook in any shape or form, and they actually pay attention when they cook, even if you're saying I don't know how this come out, you're putting that energy into the food when you're talking. So everybody's a kitchen witch. With that, now let's see. There are a lot of things when it comes to. I'm not really sure how to take or which direction to take this because there's so many different angles. Like, we all know most sweets and stuff are associated with love. We know sugar associated with love, honey, sweet, anything that's sweet is associated with love. So give me one second. So with honey being associated with love, um, anything you put honey in will sweeten something up to you. This is also one of the reasons way back in the day, not even so that far back in the day actually, and some people like me still follow it. You don't let just anybody cook for your family because you never know what their intent is when they're cooking. And one of the things I practice, which I know I'm going all over the place, and I apologize in advance, I'm probably going to be random and all over the place in this video. But one of the things that I practice when I'm cooking is that I never cook angry. I do not cook when I'm upset, because I've noticed that goes into the food and things happen. So I try my best not to cook. Actually, I don't even try my best. I don't cook when I'm upset. They'll let them either make sandwiches or they'll have snacks for dinner or we order it out. I never cook in that state of mind frame. But let's see, where else do I want to take this? Oh, I was saying, sweet and stuff. It's so much fun because you have so many mixtures. Like, anything heat speeds something up. It's also protective. It's also lustful because you got to have it right now. You got to have it real fast. Anything sweet, of course, is love, but also anything sweet is prosperity. Because anytime you're sweet, you're happy. When you're happy, you're in a calm state. When you're in a calm state, things flow. So that's that. Anything bitter is very protective because most bitter herbs cleanse the body. Anything that cleanses also protects because it keeps it clean and runs the fluid. Most anything citrusy is a clearer or like a road opener. Anything minty too. Anything that opens the nostrils is considered like a road opener. So with that, it's so much stuff you could do in the kitchen. Like, depending on your intent, you can make a curry that has ginger, cardamom, not cinnamon, coriander, mustard seeds, black pepper, turmeric, and it could either be one. Most likely, it could be protection or a cleansing. Just as simple as making a curry. Something simple as making cookies could be for love or for prosperity. It's so many different ways. Y'all hear my voice in the background all the time, but there's so many different ways that you can take a kitchen witch. just as simple. This is one of the reasons why I encourage people to use seasonings. And when I mean seasonings, I don't mean store-bought seasonings. I mean actually buy the herbs and experiment with different herbs. I understand that everybody will not have access to fresh herbs. So, go in the spice aisles, buy the dry herbs, not the ones that are pre-mixed, but the ones that are not there, just the herb by itself, and look up and see what it does. Look up and see what it does. And when you look up and see what it does, then you can see how, and then look up what that season would normally go with, and then you can put things together. And saying that, that's how chicken noodle soup is, so good for curing colds. You put what? Onions in it. Onions cures, it heals, it's protective. Garlic. We all know garlic's protective. We all know garlic cures and heals. Chicken is also protection and kind of prosperity, depending on how you doing and what you put it with. Those are things. Noodles. You can do different types of flours. Different type of flours have different meanings. And once you add, then you add in your carrots or whatever else you put in there. Once you add that in, parsley, cleanses, thyme, all these different things you put in there. Now you have a whole magical property you mix together that cleanses and heals the body. So you do that. One of the things I do for my children a lot, and I do for myself, is bruschetta. I love bruschetta. Why? Because bruschetta is just tomatoes, raw garlic, some balsamic vinegar, and basil. That right there is protection, whether you know it or not. All you gotta do is say your petition over it, your words power over it, your chant or whatever as you're making it, and that right there is very protective, and it also keeps the body cleansed. It keeps everything running well. So that's one of my favorite things. I'm trying to think, where else can I take this? As far as, I thought my son was speaking to me. My bad. As far as, I just lost my train of thought just like that. But as I was saying with herbs, learn your herbs, learn your different things. Rosemary, doing something just like a rosemary chicken. Rosemary is very cleansing. It also enhances meditation. So if you're having, if you have children that have a hard time with school, hard time studying, you could do a rosemary chicken. 1 minute again. Now, a simple dish that you could do to bring love to you or to be more loving to yourself is making salmon. Salmon's very good for loving. And then when you add some oranges on top of it, you can also add lavender. Lavender and salmon actually go really good together. And a little bit of honey, you now have a magical dish that you can share with someone else, or you can just eat for yourself to bring more love to you. There's so many different, the options are really, the options are endless when it comes to kitchen witchery and things like that. But I don't like to talk about the dark side of it too much, but as I said before, basically just don't, be careful who you eat from, because you never know what tensions they're speaking over it. And this is also one of the reasons why when people pray over their food, per se, whether you're praying your chants or whatever, is to combat, either adds to whatever energy they gave to, or combat whatever energy that's on it that you do not want in your system. This is also very important when you're eating other people's foods. Especially, and also at restaurants, you never know what the cook or the chef or the waitress or the waiter that's bringing the stuff to your table, or the they're not called the busboy, the runner that's bringing the food to the table, what's going on through their minds. All that energy is coming through their hands. All their hands are touching the plate that your food is on. So it's very important, to speak life into your food and to combat anything that someone else has put in there that's not agreeable to what you want. There's really not too much to say on that. That's really the whole purpose of praying over your food. What else? I don't know. I'm trying to think of, I have so many things running through my head. Something as simple as French toast. Oh my gosh. French toast is a prosperity spell. In and of itself, you have the eggs, which is the fertility symbol, because you have the egg that symbols the cosmic egg. That's a fertility symbol. You have the milk. You have the bread. Bread, milk, automatically is considered prosperity in many cultures because it symbolizes life, and most people needed that bread to survive. So you had bread, you was good. You had the milk, and we all know in the Bible they always say land overflowing with milk and what? Honey. So you can add a little bit of honey to it, or most days people use a little bit of sugar, brown sugar into it. Now when you add brown sugar, you're also adding molasses, and brown sugar is molasses, which is a sweetener, and also sugar, which is another sweetener. So now you have two sweeteners in there. You add a little cinnamon and nutmeg. that speeds us. Nutmeg is great in money stuff. Cinnamon is a heat. It speeds anything up. So now a simple breakfast as French toast has turned into a prosperity spell for not only you, but also anybody you're feeding this to. You know, and this is one of the reasons how you can always tell when someone, you know how they say they put their foot in it. Basically saying they really put their whole energy in it. They literally the essence of their soul in that food. And that's what actually makes two dishes that can be cooked the exact same way be so different, because one person took the extra step to put a bunch of energy into it while the other person just sat there and was like, let me just make it and let me keep it moving. Let me think. You can also do somewhat reversal work with food too. Like if you feel so someone's done something to somebody or to yourself, you could cook a spicy dish or something bitter, and this will help. Anything that cleanses the body, that flushes out the system, or most likely can also use, assuming it's not poisonous, that's supposed to be going into the body. Anything that you can use like that is also good for reversal work or protection and things like that. I'm trying to think. Things like anything that calms you, that puts you in a meditative state, is good for also psychic awareness. So something simple as chamomile tea. Oh my gosh, chamomile is like a one. This video could be so long. I can keep going and going and going. But chamomile is like, it can be in money, it could be in love, it could be in meditation. It also can be in for a long-lasting protection. It could be in. I wouldn't put it in reversal just because it's a nice herb, but you can, if you want it to be a long ongoing long reversal with some deep work. You add the chamomile in it to keep it the length in it, to keep it going, to keep to make it like a marathon. I guess it's kind of hard to describe, but I guess it's the best way to describe it. Let's see. Oh my goodness, from teas, different types of teas you can make for yourself. It's just so much when it comes to kitchen witchery. It's like, I feel like I'm saying everything and nothing all at the same time and talking about kitchen witchery, because it's just, to me, it's everything. Can y'all tell I love to cook? Can y'all tell kitchen witch is my thing? Okay, all right. That's just something you could do. You know, let's say something as simple as beet juice. Even though beets is not really for prosperity and love, because beet juice is a natural. It's a natural. I don't want to say a blood thinner, but it's a natural blood enhancement. I would say it helps you build up, like for those people, and again, before I say this, I am not a doctor. Everything I say is based on my own experience for me, so do not take my advice. Always go see a doctor and get their advice. Now, saying that, for me, beet juice helps rebuild the blood. Why am I saying bud? The blood plates. That may not be the exact scientific word, but either way, it helps for me. Beet juice cured me of my anemia. And anytime I start to feel like I may be getting close to that border, because I naturally have low blood pressure. I know this is TMI for y'all. But anytime I feel like I'm going towards that, and how does a fat person get low blood pressure anyway? To me, that's a total oxymoron. But whatever. I'd rather have the low than the high, so going with it. But with that being said, yes, baby. Oh, he's not talking to me. With that being said, you know, it cured me of my anemia. So I'm not saying y'all do it. Go to the doctor, do what you want. No, we're not doing that. Take it that way. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take it that way. One of my babies walked in the room. Hold on. Okay, again, I forgot where I was at. I was talking about beet juice. So, you know, something like that it's curative also. Food heals. Food is good. You know, you could do things simple as when you get into different types of meats and poultries. Red meats is protective. It's also reversal work. Why? Because it makes your blood thick. It makes it harder for things to get through. It keeps you very grounded. So in its own form, it's a protection. Seafoods are definitely prosperity and above all, love and lust. Seafoods is definitely good for that. Um, Most green veggies, green vegetation, they're good for money. And then it gets individual with fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. It goes individual. But you could work kitchen spells that way. Um, I'm sorry, my kids just threw me off. But yeah, okay, I'm getting 15 minutes long now, and I know I've been rambling this whole video, but I love kitchen witchery. There's so many different ways about it. When you go to oils, oh my gosh, coconut oil is for like chastity and protection and meditation. I'm gonna have to reject that call for a second. And olive oil is actually one for all. You could do anything with olive oil, as far as I'm concerned. Then you have things like safflower oil, which I believe safflower oil is love. At least that's what I use. Safflower. Is it safflower oil or sunflower oil? Safflower oil is the one that I use in love. I had to see the bottle and the label on the bottle. I'm very graphic, so I had to see the label on the bottle. Safflower oil is great for love. It's just I'm gonna leave it at that because this video is getting real long and I'm already late putting it up. I'm gonna get it together, y'all. I am. But what do y'all think about kitchen witchery? Let me know in the comments below. What are some of the herbs that you use the most? I know some of the herbs that I use the most are onions and garlic. Almost everything I cook has onions, garlic, and if I can get cayenne in it, cayenne's gonna be in there some type of way. I also love paprika, because it's like it's a spice. It is a pepper. It is a pepper, but it's a spice pepper. But once it turns to paprika, it's like a smoked spice pepper. So it has like protective qualities and love qualities. It also have those qualities of like a sneak up on you quality. So like if you're doing something where you don't want somebody to be able to see the work coming, regardless of what it is, you want to keep it hush hush. Like you want to protect the spells you do. Paprika is a good way to put it in there when you're doing kitchen stuff. I'm gonna leave that like that. Like I said, this is a topic I can go on and on and on for hours about, just running down the different herbs and how to use them, how to mix and match them. My favorite herbs are thyme, tarragon. Oh my gosh, thyme and tarragon. I'll put thyme in anything. Parsley, sage. I'm an herb girl. I love herbs. Anything that I cook, you're gonna really, really taste the herbs in it. That's just how I am. Cilantro, culantro. Or for those who don't know what culantro is, some of y'all may know it as shadow beni. Shadow beni. I always say that wrong. Anyway, culantro and cilantro, not the same thing. Dill. Dill is very good in money and in love stuff. So when you're cooking with fish, for overall prosperity, just add a little dill to it. Ginger is good in protection. Ginger is another one that's the end all be all, goes for everything. 18 minutes, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to shut up because I'm a little hype about this. Because this is my topic, y'all. I love y'all. Tell me what's your favorite herbs that y'all use all the time in the comments below. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. Don't forget to watch everybody else's video. And peace. I'll see y'all next week.